This is my walking horse, Gelding. Ed's Mr. Hollywood, and he's about 2.5. It's end of December right now, 2024, and he's a little bit thin right now. He dropped some weight roughhousing with his buddies out there, and he's in right now. We're fattening him up, but he's a really nice horse. This guy, he's out of our mare, Miss San Diego, and by our stallion, Blue-Blooded Bandit. And as you can tell, he's gonna be a white horse when he's all done, you know, maturing and everything. And Kevin's just put him in here to exercise him a little bit, and he was just standing, so he's just moving around a little bit, just to stretch his legs and get him moving. They're been stalled because it's so sloppy wet out there. Our stalls are full right now. I don't have all my horses in, but a lot of them in. So we get them out and exercise and do all this kind of stuff. He's a really nice horse. He's handsome. I think he's going to be pretty tall. I think he's probably going to be 15.3, 16 hands maybe. He's got a lot of white on his face already. He's whitening out pretty quick. So most of the gray horses you see here, I think all of them are out of Bandit, my stallion Bandit. You can see them on my website, walkinghorses.com. It's Blue-Blooded Bandit. He's getting older now. He was foaled in 2001. Bandit was, not this guy. This guy's Hollywood. You can see his little hippie there. He'll fatten up though. We're just putting it to him. Some horses, I mean, are easy keepers, and some are a little bit harder. He's not an easy keeper. I don't think he's a hard keeper, but he was just roughhousing so much with his buddies out there that he dropped a bunch of weight. So now he's on getting a lot of alfalfa hay and grass hay. We just give him unlimited anyway, but see, he's checking in with Kevin. Yeah, this is going to be a really nice one. He's just been doing groundwork with him. I don't think you haven't even saddled him yet, have you, Kev? No, he hasn't been saddled yet. I know people get bugged up about starting 2-year-old horses. I think there's just a lot of misinformation out there, and there's a lot of people doing things really grossly bad and injuring horses, but they're a lot stronger than you think. We just don't drill them. We don't put tons and tons of rides on them when they're younger, but we do put some rides on them, get them used to the saddle, and riding around here in the round pen a little bit. We'll get them learning their cues, our leg cues, and given to pressure and the reins and all that stuff. And we usually ride them in rope halter first. Probably put first 10 rides on them or so, maybe in a rope halter with rope reins. And we'll do a lot of, once we saddle them, we'll saddle them up and do groundwork with them. And see, there's Jake on the skid steer back there. And horses get used to all that noise and commotion around here. So you can tell he's kind of hooked on them there. He's really listening to them. This way we just play with them like this a lot of times, and they just get really comfortable with us and what we're asking. And we'll draw them in, and then we'll drive them away a little bit, and then we'll draw them in, we'll drive them away. It's kind of like the ebb and flow of the tides. Waves coming in, waves coming out. And they really get used to it then. You get used to your tools like that. And a lot of times we work on too is they're getting their attention span. It's hard to keep a horse's attention span. Even yourself keeping your attention on whatever you're doing. It's hard for us to do for real long periods of time. So we're developing. Jake is in the background there, so he's loading gravel. It's so muddy here, we're putting gravel everywhere, anywhere in the high traffic areas. So this is Hollywood. And his mom is a mare called Miss San Diego, and she's black, but she carries for Chestnut because he was a chestnut horse when he was born. So he's a chestnut horse that has the gray gene on it, and it's the premature graying gene. They turn white, but they get dappling, and they'll gray out in different speeds. You know, if they have 2 gray genes, which this guy doesn't, he only has 1, but if he had 2, he'd gray out even faster. It's pretty interesting. And I found the chestnut horses gray out pretty quick. They're fast. They gray out faster than the black ones. And then I'd say the bay horses gray out the next speed, and the chestnuts gray out the fastest. And what's interesting about a chestnut horse when they have the gray gene is they almost look black. And you'll even see on people's papers where they misidentify the foal as a black horse. And I can tell in the pedigree when both parents are chestnut, and they put down that it's black because it has the gray gene. One of them was a gray horse that was chestnut gray. They'll put down that they're black because they look black. But it's impossible. When you're breeding 2 chestnut horses together, it's impossible to get a black. It's genetically impossible. But the gray gene, what it does is it makes them quite a bit darker, where they almost look black, and that's why people will mistakenly put that on the pedigree when they register the horse. He moves pretty good. He's just hustling him around more than anything, just to help him stretch his legs and use his muscles and stuff like that. I'll have to show you our construction over there at the other side of the farm. I haven't been showing much videos, but we've got the stables up. The stalls aren't in yet, but the stable's built. It's all on the roof, and they poured cement and everything. I'll just show you that in an upcoming video. And they haven't started the arena yet. That's where we're going to be doing the clinics, and we're going to bring in some outside clinicians, and we'll do some ourselves where we'll have our own clinics. I'm very excited about that, bringing some of our favorite clinicians here to northern Kentucky. We're only about 30 miles south of Cincinnati, and about 55 miles north of Lexington. So we're in a good area, and I think it'll be really cool to bring some of these. I'm excited to bring some people who are training horses in the vaquero tradition that we're into. So we're pretty excited about it. I think it'll be really good for the breed, and to show how versatile this breed is. Anyhow, this is Hollywood. Ed's Mr. Hollywood. Like I said, we call him Hollywood. Check out his playlist and follow his progress as we get him under saddle and start working with him. He'll probably be almost 3 by the time we do that. But he's in the process of getting all the groundwork done right now. This is Hollywood. Thanks for watching. Should people subscribe? They should. Hey, smash that like button and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.